Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I want to talk about some awesome news regarding Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, as well as the future of The Walking Dead, including a possible film, not one film, possibly multiple films in the future of The Walking Dead. So, there's been many interviews lately with Scott Gimple, with Andrew Lincoln, with different producers and directors from The Walking Dead. There's been tons, and we've gotten tons of little pieces of information that have kind of talked a lot about the future of The Walking Dead. Like, for example, Scott Gimple saying that they're planning decades worth of Walking Dead content. So that's already pretty much guaranteeing that there's going to be more spin-offs, like TV series, other than just Fear the Walking Dead and the regular Walking Dead. There's going to be more Telltale games, not just, obviously they're going to stop the Clementine story. This is the final season for Clementine story, but there's going to be more Telltale games with other stories for sure. More comics, obviously, more novels. It's crazy. It's going to be craziness. But one thing in particular that I found to be really interesting was that there was obviously behind the scenes whispers that potentially Rick Grimes might be returning to the franchise for a film in the future. So what this would allow him to do, it would allow him to spend more months at home with his family, but keep his, leadership of Rick Grimes around, but for film, not for the TV show. Because Rick did not say that Rick Grimes is dying. He did not say he's never playing Rick Grimes again. That's not what he said. He said, I quote, "This is the last season I will be on in The Walking Dead." Now, even that statement right there is just how he feels right now. In the future, things can change. He can change his mind. He might want to come back. That's possible. That's 100% possible. But at this point, that's what he said. It said this is his last season, right? Imagine if something happens with Rick. Okay, I'm just speaking. This is speculation now. This isn't like confirmed information of what I'm saying right now. Before the whole film thing, that's all rumored and stuff like that. But this is speculation. I'm thinking the possible way they could make this work is to have Rick somehow make everyone think he's dead. So make Michonne, everyone else in the group, make them think he's dead, but make the fans know that he's alive. So kind of like a Glenn fake out, but instead of faking out the audience, just fake out everyone else and just have it look like he died, but he actually lived. And he gets out of it somehow. And then somehow, I don't know, he gets kidnapped by some crazy people and he gets taken all the way to London or somewhere in England, right? And then we can get a Walking Dead movie that takes place in England with Rick Grimes, and the whole film is about him trying to get back to Virginia, but he has no idea how to get there because how the hell is he going to do that, right? And he gets through, comes across a bunch of obstacles and stuff on his way home. Maybe they can call the movie literally, just call it Grimes. Just call the movie the word Grimes, because obviously Rick Grimes. That would be such a nice title just for the film, and then it would literally be, we would see Rick having to fight off walkers, having to possibly come across groups of people that aren't very good, maybe comes across people that are good, and we get to see his journey maybe over a 5 or 6 year time period of him trying to get back home. And obviously we know that there's going to be a 5-year time skip after like episode 5, I believe, in season 9. So they're doing that time skip. They could be doing that because they don't want us to have to deal with the fake mourning period for Michonne and the rest of the characters, because obviously if they think he's going to die, they're going to be sad for a while, and they don't want to slow down the story, because if he's not actually dead, they don't have to slow down the story for us to see them mourn. Obviously if the character actually died, they should slow down the story to have time for the characters to mourn. But if he's not actually dead, they should skip over the mourning period. 5 years later, Michonne probably is over it by then, not 100% over it. Obviously, I don't think she would ever be if she thought Rick was dead. But obviously, she's, back to her normal routine and stuff like that, and not really thinking about Rick too much. Maybe every now and then she pays respects to a grave that doesn't actually have his body in it, because maybe they couldn't find the body, maybe because they, obviously weren't 100% sure if he was dead. Maybe, I don't know. And we continue on with the show from there, season 10, season 11, season 12, and then maybe like season 13, 14, or some way down the line, Rick comes back, and that's after 6 or 7 years. Out of nowhere, pops back, maybe for the final season of the show. Maybe they feel like going for 15 seasons. Boom, Rick comes back for the final season, and we get to see him in the final season. So what this would do for Andrew Lincoln, it would allow him to still be Rick Grimes and continue on with the show itself, so he can see his kids grow up. He can be around for his kids growing up. Because season 15, that would be like 6 years from now. His kids would be 6 years older. That's, obviously that's already witnessing a long time. But in that meantime, he'd be filming in England for the film, for The Walking Dead film that I'm talking about. Maybe multiple. Maybe they can do 2 or 3 to tell Rick Grimes' story of him trying to get back to the Virginia. Maybe he comes across a lot of other stuff, and we get to see this storyline go on and on and on. And then once he decides, okay, I'm going to come back for The Walking Dead because I'm ready. I think my kids, I've been with them enough, and I want to go back to America to film the last season, maybe last couple seasons of the show, and I'll be a part of it, and I'll come back to the show. Rick will meet Michonne and everyone else, and it'll be all happy and nice, and it'll be great. It's just a perfect idea. It's the way to keep Rick Grimes alive till the end of the series, with also making Andy's wishes happy. Andy wants to be with his kids, and that's fine. I think it's fine. But this whole situation would allow for Rick to continue giving us Rick Grimes, for Andy to continue giving us the great character Rick Grimes in a storyline that goes along with him, but at the same time, Andy's able to be with his kids, which is, it works perfectly. Plus, we get to see Walking Dead films. Who doesn't want to see a Walking Dead movie? Trust me, I want to really badly. Now, the question comes, would it be in theaters? Would it be straight to DVD? Would it be a Netflix film? Honestly, I don't care either way. It can be in the theaters. It can be a Netflix movie. It can be straight to DVD. Either way, as long as the budget's good and they have enough budget to make it a decent movie, I would be completely fine with that. It'd be nice to see other countries, and that's something that Gimple and other developers have even been saying, that they want to do Walking Dead overseas. They want to do Walking Dead settings in other locations. So that literally works perfectly with what I'm saying, because that's obviously an overseas location. Tons of people from the UK watch The Walking Dead. It's probably it's actually very popular in the UK, and they have to watch it on like Fox and all these other weird websites because AMC isn't there. But this would allow them to get the representation of showing London. London's a nice place. That'd be awesome to see The Walking Dead in London. I don't need to see the main series in there. I think the main series should follow the comic settings and stuff like that. But for a film, for a Walking Dead movie, do Rick Grimes' film in London. That would be amazing. I think it would work perfectly. But yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.